After Katrina hit, we took the kids from First Baptist and Central down there. We stayed in army tents with fans going and that humidity down there.
My first question is, what were the restroom facilities?
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to the Board of
That was
Public
after the
Works.
gavel, or before the gavel,
Dave
right?
and Brad show, that's what you're getting ready to say. If they'd shut up, I'd get this started.
Let's try this again. Welcome, everybody, to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for December the 12th, 2024. It is just a smidge after 11 a.m.
Oh,
Boy.
40 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, has everybody had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting? If so, I'll entertain any motions related to.
Well, do we have to wait till 1 minute, or we can go ahead and do that now?
You can
Still,
do it. You
it's
can do
open.
it whenever.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as was presented to
Second.
Brad and I.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. No public hearings, no old business. Go straight into new business. First up, under new business, I have this beautiful 3-page lease agreement with the Jackson County Industrial Development Corporation. All and any questions, the lovely Miss Jackie Hill is here to answer for you in the event that Jim Plump was not available. So, this is a renewal. Jim did offer to double the rent for this year. But I didn't feel like that was worth our legal fees to get that changed in the lease agreement. So this is the typical lease agreement. It is a $1 a year rent to rent them space upstairs. Any questions?
No questions, but I'll make a motion to approve it.
Second?
I have a motion to approve and second. Now, I have one question now that we've got a motion and an approval and a second and all that stuff. Can we get you changed to the window coverings? Those mauve blinds have been there since.
We're in discussion with Mr. Bose on that.
Okay. Does that cover for you?
Sure.
Mauve.
Okay.
Mauve, that's
Mauve.
dated, yeah.
That is old.
Do you still have geese in the blue in the kitchen too? Everybody remembers those, right? Somebody back here is going, I do. What are you talking about? Motion and second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Congratulations, Jackie.
Thank you. I'm glad we don't have to look for another place.
All right, man.
Heck of a time of year to move. That does need signatures on the second page.
Nothing against me.
Next up. Bye, Jackie.
Thank you.
Next up, it is that time of year where we have handicap residential parking space renewals. This comes around every year about this time. Jane sends out a few dozen-ish emails and letters encouraging people to get their stuff updated. So far to date, we have updates from Miss Evelyn Krebs, Joe Ellen Robinson, Betty Webster, Doris Wheeler, Aaron Stone, David Robbins, and Mary Ann Barley. I can read the addresses if you want, but these are all renewals. And it looks like they all have doctor's signatures verifying they still need a handicap space.
Are there others that have not submitted yet, or is this?
There's about 12 total.
Okay,
Yeah, we're about more than halfway done.
okay.
We're ahead of the curve.
All right, okay. You don't know, there was no issues with these then, right, Jane? Okay. With that being the case, I'll make a motion to have the parking places renewed for those 8 individuals.
Second.
Motion and a second to renew the parking spaces. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 Oh, there is 7.
There is 7.
These are my long-range glasses.
Okay. Aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Aye. No, I didn't, no. See, I'm trying to look at my paper and do this. I approve this.
Do you have any glasses in your office?
No.
Well, see, the first one, instead of putting one,
LASIK.
there's an eye, then there's
Actually,
2
no, I
eyes,
do.
then 3 eyes.
Okay, let's back up for a second. All those in favor of approving the 7 spaces, say aye.
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 Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, thanks, Dave.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But no, we gotta go aye.
Those are called Roman numerals, Dave.
I know.
Okay.
Think I'm Haywood Banks or something?
I don't know.
Thank you.
How many wheels are on a big rig, Dave?
I thought this was going over everybody's head, I guess not.
No, I'm going to see him, end of this month,
Oh.
in Columbus even. Thanks for the birthday present to everybody. Next up, we have the itinerant merchant license application from White Oak Construction. This is Julian Wiesner. Mel, do we know if they've ever been here before?
Mel is not here, yes, they have been here.
Yes, they've been here multiple times.
Oh, Mel is not here, but they have been here multiple times. I thought the
What
names
are
were
they?
familiar. They do, projects,
Remodels.
home remodels,
Modeling windows, just,
Gutters.
yep.
exterior remodeling, all that stuff, so.
Is this a new license for them?
It's an itinerant merchant, so it's new in that aspect, but it's not the first time they've had one with
Correct.
us.
Okay.
They don't
Everything-
have the dates listed on there, they did say that it would be in December, and they were going to notify her when they were
Thanks.
coming, so we would be aware.
Okay. Looks like they've worked in Columbus, Franklin, North Vernon, Mooresville, and Hope before as well.
They've been around Seymour for a while.
Yeah, I think they come out every year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I recognize the
Couple times a year,
name.
I think.
Obviously, we haven't heard any complaints or anything, so. I'd make a motion to approve that, application.
Second?
Motion and second to approve White Oak Construction's itinerant merchant license application. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, next up, and I do not have a PD representative here, so, we have, worked with the Seymour Police Department, FOP, to come to an agreement on next year's terms for the contract. Chris, I'm going to you, cause you had to draft it. Anything of major notation?
No major changes. The salary increases, reflected in, the budget have been made in there. Everything else is pretty minor. Some terms or definitions that the department uses were added. And the, longevity provision was updated to reflect current state law.
Okay, any questions? Nope, the terms piece was probably the biggest piece, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And it has already been approved by the, FOP Lodge 108 and signed by the officers of that as well, so. Anybody?
Motion to approve it.
Second?
Motion and a second to approve. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign.
You guys got one yet?
Motion carries. Caleb has it. I don't know if they voted on it yet
Okay.
for the fire. So,
We went for that vote out last night, I believe.
okay, so it'll be at the next meeting. Okay, chief, you're up.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, chief.
Asking approval and signatures for a couple promotions. The first one will be Clint Hackman. He'll be promoted from firefighter to lieutenant. He will be, taking over John Topey's position, who's on retirement leave. The second one will be Mark Gillespie from shift inspector to the rank of captain. Mark will be filling in with, or taking over the new position of, we call it fire marshal. He'll be working a full-time inspector. And both of them will take effect December 15th this year. That's all I have.
Questions?
Does that need approved or is that information?
I think it's just informational, isn't it?
Promotion's all right.
You do have signatures though
Yes.
that you need, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
Yep.
chief.
Thank you.
Bernie. City engineer Bernie Hausberg.
I don't have anything on our official agenda, but I thought I'd just mention a couple things. First of all, thank you for another year of on-call services from my FPBH offices. I appreciate it. And we're probably going to be asking, we'd like to have the on-call services again for 25, if that's what your preference is. So I'll be talking to the mayor most likely, and maybe have something at the next meeting on the 30th, is that when you're meeting? Okay,
I went ahead and gave everybody a copy of that,
okay,
so.
that's great. And then the next thing I'd like to, we're currently looking at the CCMGs for 25 on what we're gonna apply for, as far as road maintenance. And that's coming up quick again. Hopefully we'll have something final on the 30th when you guys meet. I did have someone from the Indiana, representing Indiana American Water, asking about the roads and, kind of try to keep coordinated with that. Similar to what we did on Second Street where, we're replacing water lines before the roadway gets paved, and that's an extreme case because that's total replacement. But in the case of resurfacing, they'd like to stay ahead of their any kind of replacement projects they might have in the next 4 or 5 years. They would push them forward if they thought a road was going to be repaved. So anyhow, I think that's a good idea to continue to coordinate with utilities. So I'll probably try to work with Chad and set up a meeting in early January or mid-January to try to have some type of a kind of a regional utility meeting and have as many people as we can show up. All right. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to just clarify that we'd hope to start that again. I think we stopped doing it in 2019, to be honest with you.
We've done it at least twice since I've been here.
Okay. Well,
So-
I know we didn't do it last year, so we'll try to keep that going. Okay, Second Street closures. If you haven't figured that out, it's still kind of a train wreck out there. I think they do have John Deere open from Community Drive now, but that means they now can close the road to the east, so there will be more closures coming in the near future. Chad, did you want to mention anything about that?
21st, they will not be, as of December 21st, they won't be on site working until next year. So the 21st till January 3rd or whatever it is. They'll be
Okay.
gone as far as that goes. We'll have the road open as much as possible, but it's gonna be like I said before. They've made it all the way to Skaggs Builders now, and they have it built, they have that tore out now. They're just moving right along. I think those sticks are about 20-foot sticks that's going in the ground as far as the drainage goes.
Okay, like I said, that moves forward. Then the last thing I wanted to mention was we have hub and spoke quotes for the fire station coming in on the 19th. I wanted to get those in our hands before the holidays to some degree, and then we'll try to bring those to the meeting on the 30th to get it approved, assuming you guys find the money for the completion of that. So if you don't know what that is, that's a fire training facility where we're just putting a concrete slab down, and then, or at least that's what this quote is for. And then there's shipping containers basically get stacked on top of that with access to railing to get up to it. And then if the chief wants to explain what happens after that, I'll go from there. The one thing that I'm going to have to do is I really need to get in front of the airport board, because if we put it where I have it shown, it's out in the bean field, which is more property that the airport would have to lose.
I think they approved that, didn't they?
They're in agreement with it, yes. Nothing has been signed or nothing like that, but they're in agreement. Still working on the time turner building too. I don't know. I haven't received any word lately on that building.
But for now, I need kind of apples to apples to bid it, so we're kind of putting it out in the field, just to get the concrete cost up front. So anyhow, we're looking forward to that next meeting. All right, that's all I had. Any questions? All right, Merry Christmas. See ya before the new year, it sounds like.
Barely.
Shortly after Christmas, but before the new year. Thanks, Bernie. Darren?
Have some sewer adjustments. I'll read the first one and we'll vote on it, as it pertains to Mr. Lucas, and I know he needs to abstain from voting on that one. Obviously, Mr. Lucas, 1667 Devonshire, continued watering for new sod and landscaping. He's looking for a credit of $98.82. Can I go ahead and get a vote on that?
Oh, sure. I'll make a motion to allow Mr. Lucas, as you say,
Mrs. Lucas.
Mrs. Lucas, for her sewer bill adjustment.
I guess that probably needs a second, doesn't it, since
Yeah.
Brad's abstaining from this one,
But
so.
you're supposed to make motions that are positive. Doesn't mean you have to.
I'll second the motion. Motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those abstaining?
I abstain.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. There you go.
We'll go ahead and run through all the others in conjunction.
Okay.
The next one is Alex Bowling, 433, call the court, pipe outside, spigot let go and ran into the crawl space, looking for a credit of $340.44. Apollina Mateo, 1005 Arvin Avenue, water pipe break under the house, fixed by the new owner at the end of September. Have all the documentation. This one, the house was in the process of changing hands when this happened, so it went on. And it was pretty extensive, but it's a total credit of $1,136.43. All documentation is here to support it. Jessica Elam, 817 North Broadway. This was Indiana American Water, did a estimate judgment, and once everything got reconciled, they put in a new meter, and they had overbilled, and we're just basically mimicking American Water Company's credit, and they're looking for a credit of $138.90. Barbara Heaney, 3527 Regents, continued irrigation into October, looking for a credit of $205.75. Doug Eaton, 3557 Dundee Court, in watering new sod after move-in, September through November. Julian Angels, 6829 Bluebird Lane, irrigation for new sod, and actually, you know, they've already paid the bill. Beacon Builders was supposed to, but you know, they are requesting a credit because it was just, again, for watering of $367.83. Jim Morris, 212 Emerson Drive, water hose was left on, and it's for a small credit of $49.41. And I had two late entries into this event. This one is Heather Parker, 6986 Meadow Run, watering sod, 2 months with new construction, and looking for a credit of $693.81. Sharon Schrader, 329 Skaggs Court, watering the lawn through the middle of October, and this is just a credit of $60.39. All of them meet our criteria.
Did you say Meadow Run? Where is that? A whole bunch of meadows. I didn't ever heard of Meadow Run.
6986 Meadow Run. That's what it is. That's how it's reported from the Indianapolis.
Everybody's on their phone.
Yep. Everybody's looking.
Hemi.
I guess I could have done the same.
Well, it's 2 miles away. Lydia,
Same address Water Company has, Meadow Run. Part of
Oh,
that
it's up there in Redbud.
Oh, okay.
It's that end street of Redbud.
As is Bluebird too, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Where's Dundee then? Because I was curious, where's Dundee?
Dundee's over off Jackson Park, I think. Is that right? Eric, you know where Dundee is?
No,
Dundee Court?
I'm trying to figure out where Meadow's at.
Meadow Run's in Redbud. Dundee is out there off of Regents, basically, which is part of,
Oh,
Jaron, what's the housing addition?
Oh,
It's got second phase starting.
Highlands?
Islands?
Yeah,
Highlands.
Wesleyan.
Highlands,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, I'll meet our criteria, so I would ask that you approve these, 9 sewer adjustments.
No,
Motion
no,
to
why did
approve
they
it.
go 1 through here and then up there they went aye. Okay.
That's a Jane question, that's not a
Me
Jerry
and,
question.
you know,
Why'd you use Roman numerals in one section and numbers in the other?
I didn't.
It's on an additionally indented
Yeah,
list.
it's the second.
Look at Chris go.
I'll make a motion to approve the 9, seeing how we've already approved number 1,
Yes.
sewer adjustments.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve sewer adjustments 2 through 10. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Anything else, Mr. Bose?
No, Bernie, were you or Jaron gonna talk about this first payment, or Chad on
Transfer station.
transfer station that I got in the mail? Cause it said it was gonna be discussed today, I thought.
We were trying to get it approved today, but then we decided that it couldn't be done.
Okay,
We can wait till the 30th.
That can go on the next Board of Works.
okay,
The
I
way
just,
we had
the
the
email
meeting
said it was
set
gonna
up.
try to get it done, that's why I was asking.
You're welcome to, we can go over it if that's your preference.
Well, we've still gotta set up some internals to pay them, I believe.
Okay.
29 and all that.
Like I said, the email just said it was gonna be discussed, so I thought I would ask. I didn't wanna not pay something that was supposed to be paid, or vice versa.
That it?
I did go ahead and run the numbers on, Bernie's contract, in case you guys just wanna know that.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie himself, for city engineer, is a 3.7% increase over last year. Now, a lot of the other positions, the highest being survey tech, that rate actually went up 33%. You know, ranging anywhere from the low, which was Bernie at 3.7%, up to the 33% is where the other positions went. Administration was up 21%, field inspector 22%, planner designer 16.7%, survey crew 24%, and the LSP project manager was up 9.7. So,
So we got a bargain with Bernie, right? It's just not, the others are,
Were we way behind on the others or something?
I think Bernie experienced quite a bit of turnover this year, so he's had to increase his pay scale as it gets passed on.
so they're all
Yeah.
kicking it under the table to Bernie then, aren't they, to make that number go higher?
Don't say that.
That's how it works.
Anything else, Mr. Bose?
No, I think I'm good.
And thank you for running the numbers, because that was
Yes.
actually gonna be my question to you
Yes.
when we talk about it at the next meeting.
You guys think alike, don't you?
More and more every day. Next up, miscellaneous, Dave, Brad.
Nothing
Okay.
here.
The one miscellaneous that I had, well, Jane had come in post-meeting, and it could wait till next meeting, but it's something we've approved multiple times, so I'm just gonna get it out there. Special Olympics Indiana of Jackson County is doing their annual roadblock on January the 10th, 2025, from 2 to 4 p.m. From what I remember in the past with these guys, they've worked really hard to figure out exactly what the code says on what they're allowed. It'd be at the corner of Walnut and 2nd Street, which is the one intersection in town that allows roadblock type fundraisers. Multiple times, I'm not aware of any complaints in the past on this one. So, questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve and seconded. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Miscellaneous from the audience. Jaren's waving his hand. What you got, Jaren? Step up and talk loudly.
You're gonna buy something.
He's not wearing a white shirt, so maybe not.
So, we've had the SRF bond projects going on for quite some time now. I just want to give you guys an update where we stand. I call them inside the fence, outside the fence projects. Outside the fence would be the Mudden Creek Force Main, Pebblebrook lift station removal, Renew Gravity goes underneath the southeast section to the 340 lift station, and then the Snide Acres infrastructure. We're currently at about 95% completion on that. As of yesterday, it was the Snyder Acres lift station to be put online, which I got a phone call this morning and it is online. So I got to call a couple people back, tell them they're all good to hook on. We got the power. We just need to get out and adjust the floats and a couple little small details, and it is done, up and running. One property finished with make sure they're satisfied with the groundwork and everything. Once that's the ship property on the southeast side. Once that's good, that'll be done, and then a final walkthrough of the entire project. Make sure punch list and everything's done, and then just a couple things the state mentioned. Inside the facility, launder covers are just about complete. I think the third clarifier, they've got a few things left to do on it. They're working on the gates, the new gates at the effluent, getting it ready. The primary headworks, they're working on the grid. The grid is pretty well complete, pressure tested, so that part's done. Our sludge belt presses are done. They will be shipped. They're coming next week. They'll be delivered next week, the 18th. They'll be stored in our biosolids until they're ready to be installed. I'd say right after the very first of the year, they'll be moving to those. So, and then once they get those completed, they'll be back at effluent getting things ready for the UV systems. So, as it shows, the UV system is set to be delivered still 10 days before April 1st. April 1st, as you know, is the start of disinfection season when we turn the UV on. So we have not removed the old system just in case we need to run off of it, which the new system will be in the adjacent channel. So they can be working on that, and we can run off the old system until it gets up and running. So, but just to give you guys a heads up.
Just in case. Yep.
So far, everything's going smoothly. Any questions?
Nope.
Did you hear me?
For the most part, I did just share a presentation this morning that UV season is April Fool's Day to Halloween, so.
Yes.
The things that I've learned over the years.
April 1, October 31.
They were more fascinated by why we use UV than they were
It's not to kill them.
just to make sure they're
Just
sterile.
sterilize them.
So,
Thank you, guys.
thanks, Jaron. Okay, any other miscellaneous?
Motion to adjourn. Merry Christmas.
Second.
Meeting adjourned. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bless you.